I do not know what in the world is going on, but I need some sort of grounding. Hi, honey. You're feeling really out of sorts today. And for the life of you, you can't figure out why. You've probably tried everything in the handbook. You've gone on that nature walk. You've had a lot of water to drink today. You talked to a friend. Maybe even broke a sweat with a bit of exercise. But nothing is sticking and you are still feeling as frustrated, if anything, maybe even more frustrated when you started off. Maybe even feel like you might punch a hole in a wall at any time. Listen, honey, hold on. I've got you, alright? Now, if you're already feeling this way, odds are really high that you want to be left alone. You probably don't want to be in a space where there are many people around you, where you feel eyes might be on you. Do it. Go find a physical space where you feel comfortable. It doesn't need to be a large space, just a place that you can carve out for yourself. Okay, now breathe. You probably have tried big inhales to sort of calm yourself down. Sometimes these big inhales actually make us feel a bit worse when we are in this situation. So here's what I would do. Take a breath in, hold it at the top for a bit longer than the inhale, and exhale it for even longer. So shall we try it together? Okay? Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale. So those make out inhale of 4 counts, hold at the top for 8 counts, exhale for 10 counts. Try that. The long exhale and the long hold at the top should make you feel better after a couple of rounds of this. Pause the video if you need to try this over and over again, as many times as you need, honey. Now, if you're feeling better, the next thing I would say is to try to give yourself a butterfly hug. So a butterfly hug is a self-soothing method. So basically, opposite hand, you're holding yourself, you're giving yourself a hug, right? So opposite hand on each side of the body, like this. And you can sort of comfort yourself. I like to do this. I would rub my shoulders. Now you can do this as many times as you need. Eyes open, eyes closed, or just gaze lowered. Just keep moving the arms as you need to. Sometimes you can even swing back and forth if that feels good. If you feel you need to repeat these steps, just pause the video, come back to it later. Just keep repeating it. Just stack that habit, right? Do the breathing. Get comfortable with that method of breathing. And then do a butterfly hug. And stack that and use that together. Now that you've breathed through it and held yourself, comforted yourself a little bit, the next thing to try to do is to release something. If you're anything like me, after having done all this, I feel like there's something inside that needs to be released. How this mostly works is through the mouth. When I say the mouth, I mean by sounds that we make. So honey, if you feel this visceral need to start crying, please give yourself permission to do it. There is no shame in doing it. Just cry. If you feel like you need to scream, this is a very normal thing. If you feel the need to wail, honey, we've all been there. If there's anyone that's going to hear you, they know that feeling behind it. So if you need to do it, that energy needs to come out. If you need to scream, you need that power behind that sound that comes out of your mouth, just do it. Odds are you are beyond words at this point. That's why I'm not suggesting that you start to sit down and talk things out. You just need to make a sound to propel things outwards. Or try to sigh really loudly. What really works for me are the loud sighs and doing that over and over again. And sometimes all I need to belt out is one note. It's not even a note that I'm thinking about. It's just something that needs to come out, right? For now, if I'm vibrating at a really low frequency, it just goes ah, or it's it can be that. It doesn't matter. Just try it. Hold the note for as long as you need. That's what works for me, at least. And if you are releasing this physically and through your mouth with your voice, at some point there's going to be a very natural end point. You're going to feel exhausted but relieved. So do it till you reach that point. I am a solid believer in what to me is a fact, that naps save lives. Just switching off 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day in the afternoon, it really saves me 90% of the time. Like, I need a nap. And I know that this isn't always the most convenient thing. So if you can't take a nap, go take that nap, okay? Because you're probably really exhausted already from all those emotions that were coming out. If a nap is not convenient, here's the thing. You are in that position where you are not in any way useful, even to yourself. You need to take a little bit of time to step away from everything. You've taken yourself away to do the breathing, the holding. Now you need a little bit more time, okay? Just grant yourself that more time. I'm going to drop a link to a meditation video that helped me every single time that I tap on it. There are many days where I just sit down and I think, I do not know what in the world is going on, but I need some sort of grounding, maybe a little bit of a voice in my ear that is not my own voice. Okay, this meditation is just under 30 minutes. It's a YouTube video. You don't need to watch it at all. Just listen to it and come back to this video once you're done. I promise you, you will feel much better. I don't know what it is about this video, whether it's the voiceover or it's the script. It's perfect for moments like this. So trust me, carve out that 30 minutes of time, sit down with that video and come back here. Okay, I hope that meditation video has helped, or that nap. And now you're feeling a little bit more like yourself, hopefully. If not, you can just repeat the previous steps as well. But if you are feeling better, feeling more familiar to yourself, what I recommend doing next is to sit down with a piece of paper and a pen. Write out anything that comes to mind. Write it out in longhand. Try not to type it out. Really feel through the emotions. Anything that comes to mind, just write it down on the piece of paper. If you're having trouble with thinking of how to start, maybe start with, "Hi honey, that was a really tough time and we made it through. I know this helps me when I can't pinpoint what it is that I want to write about, especially if I just recovered or picked myself up from a bad spiral." So this is writing in third person. So you're removing yourself from that situation. And I'm recommending this because sometimes we talk to ourselves in a pretty mean way, right? We can talk about that in a different episode. But removing yourself and talking to yourself as if you are your own best friend. If you're talking to someone else who you know has been through something quite as rough as what you just experienced, how would you speak to yourself? Write that down in longhand. All right, now here's the simple part. Go get something warm to eat, something warm to drink. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, just a hot cup of water will do, something just from the pantry. It's simple, right? And here's the other thing. Try to reach out to someone. I promise you that you feel that you're going to be a burden to someone else if you're going to talk to them. I've been through it. I've been both people. The person that has been through a spiral trying to reach out to someone, and I have been on the receiving end as well, when someone has a good friend has gone through something and just wants to sort of bounce or just be a listening ear to a person who has been through something. Trust me, this helps more than you know. You will not be a burden to anyone. If there's anything I've learned from this, having done this a few times, is that the person that you reach out to is going to be very, very grateful. They're going to thank you for reaching out to them, being the one that you choose to speak to. Doesn't need to be over the phone if you're not comfortable or if it's not convenient. Send a text. "Hey, today was a little bit rough. Go into as much detail as you want." And it's just nice having someone else bear witness to the difficult time that you had. Really helps. All right, honey, I hope you're feeling better. Repeat the practices as you need. Listen, everyone needs to do this for themselves and by themselves at some point of time or other in this, if you may, the healing part of life. And this might be one of the most lonely times you experience in life. I know it is definitely the case for me. There is some comfort in knowing that I'm doing it alone, but I'm not the only one who's feeling alone. There's a big difference there. I know I have to do this for myself and by myself, but knowing that you're doing it as well, in your own journey, in your own way, in the ways that are helpful for you, gives me a lot of comfort at least. So honey, you made it through. Stay here, honey. Just keep staying. And we can work through anything together. I promise. You are loved beyond measure. Absolutely beyond measure. Stay here, honey. Take care. Till next time. Bye, honey.